Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry. Oh shit. Okay, we're live.
Alright, welcome back to the Nub. I'm the Merce.
It's Felton.
And the bald-bearded bard.
And we are coming back after a little bit of a hiatus. I'll let our producer explain what happened to us. But we'll just say that technology is not our friend, and we need to start now preparing for the uprising of Skynet.
Well, what we need to do is prepare for the downfall of Windows 7. I have my own conspiracy theory on it. I'll just make it brief. I think they're just killing Windows 7 machines. Because 3 people I know, the last December update roll-up, bricked their computers. So, I don't believe that that's a coincidence. Anyway, after like 2 weeks of trying to fix it, I finally got Windows 10 installed. That seems to have solved the issue. I haven't had it brick, so we're back. Hooray.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna get a backup computer, so we won't have to worry.
Oh, wow. We're going to be all kinds of crazy. Wow, that was a crazy slurp.
No.
Alright,
Sorry.
Alright, let's start off with a bit of sad news for Brevard. I don't know if you saw this, guys, but Gamers Respawn is shutting their doors.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I feel really bad about it. I don't know if, I always kind of take this thing personally, like I don't know if we could have done more to promote them and things like that. I know that towards the end I didn't see a whole lot of events to grab and put up, but I just saw yesterday that they're going to be closing their doors, so if you enjoy going to Gamers Respawn, if you never got a chance to go there, like now's your time to do it. I think by the end of the month, if I'm not mistaken, that they plan on being fully closed, so, and I think there might be some deals on some of their rigs and stuff, you know, if you're a vulture and you want to pick the bones of this poor company. But
how much do you think he's gonna charge for the never mind, I'll stop.
I feel horrible. Like it's so sad to see a nerd store, especially in our current nerd climate here in Brevard, to see a nerd store that goes down. But I mean, I know Felton from working in a LAN center. I mean, it's not an easy job to keep going because it's one of those things where it's like, I can do this at home though, and if they don't have the money to get their own rig or their own console to do it at home, then how are they gonna have the money to spend hours at one of those facilities,
Well, I think you're right on the money there. I think that this day and age, it's so incredibly easy to have an at-home console. I think these places need to be marketed as a social experience. It's not that I'm saying that it should be a daycare, but like you need to. And I almost want to say I saw him advertising on there, hey, it's cheaper to drop your kids off here. Or maybe that old Mandela's getting me. But it almost needs to be.
I do think I remember seeing something like that. And he did do summer camps and stuff like that, which I thought were fantastic,
I can't imagine
be
that.
There for the day. And
well, for the price, I mean, normally, you would charge like, what, $20-25 for an all-day pass. I mean, I would think that's cheaper than a damn babysitter. I mean, I have no idea. But
I would imagine, yeah.
So, I don't know, I feel like places like that are really a gem, and it's unfortunate. And I mean, honestly, with my schedule and how my life has been, I'm a shut-in, I don't socialize, I don't go out, so I really hadn't had much gumption to go out there and hang out, you know what I mean? It was just hard because nobody else, I know was going there, so I didn't have that like social backup or that drive to want to go hang out in that social setting there. But I did go a few times and it was enjoyable, every single time.
Well, they were always good to us as far as the nub is concerned. They gave us all kinds of stuff to give away and stuff, and I feel really bad. I wish that we could have done more to help them, and I know that it doesn't fall on our shoulders to do that, but that's kind of what the nub was created for in the first place, was to promote these businesses so that they stay busy, keep the doors open. So please, if you're out there, you're listening to this, if there's a local nerd store that you like going to, please go to them as frequently as possible. Support them. Let them know let your friends know, let your family know, like, this is the place to go check out. This is one of my favorite places, whatever the case may be is. Share it on Facebook. That way these places don't end up shutting their doors.
Well, not only that, but I do see that, like, that place down in Vero, oh god, what was the name of it? I can never remember. It's like Gamers something. Gamers Realm? Yeah, I think it's Gamers Realm down there. And they went through the same problem. They had bought out a huge area, like an old shopping center, and they had this huge place, escape room, VR, gaming, all this stuff. And they ended up moving, uplifting everything and taking it into the mall because they just couldn't support the rent for that large building. So I don't know if it's just kind of the current climate, maybe these young Xennial Zoomer, whatever they are, maybe they're just content, sitting at home making TikToks, you know what I mean? Like, it's a different world out there now, I think. The social climate's changed an awful lot. It's sad.
Not gonna lie, I kind of feel like that was shots fired against me in all my TikTok videos. And
what?
I feel like you just attacked me for all my TikTok videos, and I don't appreciate it, to be quite honest.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know how long it took me to learn those choppy, like, pause movements, where you're moving your head and hands to the beat, and then you have to move to a different position, and then keep doing the same beat with the choppy motions, and then move to another position and keep doing the same beat with the choppy. That stuff takes talent. It took me at least half a year to get it down. So I don't appreciate you bringing up my TikTok obsession as if it was just some trivial pursuit, like a game that you might play. Oh, I'm sorry, I guess I'm getting on a tangent. Anyways,
man, I struck a vein with that one. Jesus.
So, good news. We are going into the Renaissance Fair season. I'm extremely excited about this. I know that Foxtail has been trying to put together some Yennefer-esque cosplays and stuff to coincide with that and the amazing show that is The Witcher. I know that you probably don't care for The Witcher much, Felton, considering how much you hate the books and the games and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, I just don't have several statues of Geralt in my home at all. Like, no, I don't regularly wear my my silver wolf necklace at all. Like,
I was gonna say, don't you have the medallion itself?
Yeah, I fought for years to try to get that, and finally they released it in the third game special edition. And I gotta say, hats off. You know the guy I'm talking about, that dude that always works at the GameStop at the mall.
Yes, Kyle.
That dude is so friggin' awesome. He held a copy for me, and like apparently I lucked out and got him on a good day. But that dude is like primo hero numero uno. Let me tell you.
Well, funny little story about that is that he actually donated his he personally has like several gaming systems and TVs, because he does like little LAN party things at people's houses and stuff sometimes. And remember when we had our meetup, he actually donated those machines and TVs for that meetup.
Oh yeah, that was great.
That was pretty fantastic. What are your thoughts there on The Witcher, Mr. Infinity? Have you had a chance to see it yet?
I'm slowly watching it. My teenagers have decided they want to watch it with me, so I haven't been able to binge watch it. Mm-hmm. We're on episode 4 or 5, but I am so far loving it.
Oh yeah, fantastic. And let me just say, maybe I'm the only one, but Yennefer pre-change is still the sexier Yennefer to me. That's my Yennefer. The changed Yennefer, hashtag not my Yennefer. Just saying.
So you liked her when she was just a crooked girl?
Yes, the hunchback with the messed up, kind of jaw thing going on. Fantastic, loved it. I was like, you don't have to change for me, Yennefer. But
well, that's nice of you. I mean, that one dude seemed to like her an awful lot before she changed. I mean,
exactly. Now, I will say that personally, I feel that the finale was kind of let down.
I haven't finished it yet.
And I'm not going to give anything away. but I'm going to spoil everything right now. So,
Oh, by the way, seeing how I haven't seen Star Wars yet, and then you tag me in a video, and of course I click on everything that you tag me on, that little Kylo Ren, I need a hero thing. Yeah. That was super cool, but I don't understand the context of it. So,
which is good. So it didn't give anything away.
It was just a cool fight scene, and I got to tell you, absent Star Wars, and I mean, Adam Driver's done stuff before that, but I do like him an awful lot, like as an actor and as a person. I feel like he does his like pursuits outside of acting with, working with veterans, because he is a military veteran. I just think is fantastic. He's a really awesome dude.
For sure, yeah.
Honestly, one of my favorite. I guess I shouldn't say newer actors, because he's been acting for a while actually. But one of my favorite actors is in that he usually portrays a character who's very real. Even in Star Wars, I kind of feel like the Kylo Ren character is a very real character. The fact that he has these fits of rage. I mean, that's what the Sith are all about, right?
Yeah.
So for him, it's just unbridled. He I don't know if he's more powerful than a normal Sith or whatever the case be is, but maybe that's why he has the bigger temper tantrums. But I actually I could definitely like when he I gotta stop saying like when he goes crazy and starts destroying like the computers and stuff in the second movie, and then he like calms down for a second and he asks like another question like where are they or whatever the case would be is. I felt that was very real. Like he got pissed off. He's throwing shit around at work. He's like, God damn it! And he's like, all right, like rein it in. So where are they now?
Well, not only that, but I feel like Kylo Ren as a character experienced some growth too. Like especially when he was trying to, I don't know what you want to call it, but like I guess for lack of a better term, when he went as like an undercover boss and tried to get to know his employees. I thought that was a strange turn, but I really liked his character development, learning all about, one of his stormtrooper generals or whatever that guy was, and about how he killed his son, and then he actually killed him. I thought, wow, what? That's good growth, He ended the family tree. Good for him,
Oh, see, I thought you were going with the Saturday Night Live sketch.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
That's what I was going with.
But oh, you were okay.
Yeah, he kills the guy at the end, and then completely ends the family tree. Like they can't have any more kids.
I forgot about that. I love that. It reminds me of the. Do you ever see the web series Space Janitors?
Yes.
Oh my God, where they're like the very first episode, they're like cleaning some floor somewhere, and all of a sudden, Luke's hand with the lightsaber falls down.
Well, they
pick it up. He throws the hand away, and he's like, "What is this? Oh, it's one of those light sword things, Oh, just anyways.
Well, they were hosted at. They actually were at Dragon Con for the bumpers for the channels. Actually, at Dragon Con TV for years.
Oh man, I wish I had seen that. I love that series, man. It was hilarious. But let's get off of the Star Wars until you get a chance to see it. Have you seen it yet, Infinity?
I have not, no.
Okay, yeah, so let's get off of that because I don't want to spoil anything for you guys. And we'll just go right into some video game news. What you got for us?
All right, I got. We already talked about The Witcher, so I don't really have to cover that now. Thank God. All right.
I have read somewhere that there's like a huge spike, which doesn't surprise me at all, but there's a huge spike in sales, like especially for like the Switch and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
Witcher.
Well, they had it on sale for a little bit, so. And the Switch store, man, let me tell you, they got some good deals. Holy crap!
Oh my goodness, the Switch is amazing. But also, so I've got the first couple books of The Witcher on Audible, but D still likes to read like a fool. So we were looking for a copy, like a hard copy of the first book of the Witcher series, and they are sold out everywhere. So people
The Last
are really digging
Wish.
it. No, the first one is the Blood of Elves. I thought.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. You're right. Yeah.
So,
Duh.
Because they've got the Last Wish, they don't have the Blood of Elves anymore.
What's funny is the series, I think, is based off of the Last Wish, isn't it?
I don't know. Is that I honestly haven't listened to any of the books yet. I've got them on Audible.
Well, let me
Audible,
describe what I know of in the prequel. I'll just take a little short divergent from gaming news. They mess around with a djinn, and he has to make a wish, and then he wishes that he and Yennefer will be together forever, or something like that.
Oh, I mean that's kind of I don't know. Well, I can't say anything because you guys aren't.
All right. Well, anyway, so I have sad news for you.
You guys are terrible. You guys are terrible noobs. Like, I don't know what's going on here.
I have some sad news for you.
What's that?
Okay, so I know you were excited about the Final Fantasy VII Remake, yeah?
I mean, I've only talked about it every other episode, but yeah.
So it's looking like it's not going to be the full game.
They were talking about this in the past, and they've gone back to this bullcrap again?
So it looks like they're going to go between like they did with the newer Final Fantasy games, like frickin' 9 and whatever else, where it's just this linear, chapter-driven progression. So you go from one area to another, and it's telling the story, and you don't, it's not like...
No.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. So...
They already did that, though, when they did the Final Fantasy VII... Whatever it was for PSP, that was the whole thing. It was this linear, story-driven. You went from one area to another. That didn't even have a good battle system.
So I have good news. Okay, I don't know if you've gotten it already, but I picked up the Final Fantasy VII Remake for cheap on the Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
I do have it. Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, you already know about it then. So they redid some of the graphics, so it looks a little bit smoother. You had the fast forward mode. You have the limit break mode, so you can have limit breaks on all the time, and you have avoid battle mode. So everything that you need, is there, and you don't even have to cheat. So anyway, I picked it up.
What's great is they did the same exact thing for 9, which was fantastic because 9's battle system, like, it just every battle took forever because they would have like a big opening to the battle, and then the moves took a while, then all the summons took a while, so you can completely avoid battles there, you can do the fast forward thing, all that stuff. But they did not do that for 10, which surprised me.
That's weird.
Which 10 is a little easier on the whole battle system thing itself, but I figured they would continue that trend.
Oh boy, I watched my my fiance's roommate play the first, like, I don't even know, it felt like 6 hours of Final Fantasy X, and man, I don't think I could sit through that game. I mean, it's bad. I just
That's
don't.
actually the only Final Fantasy game I've ever played.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Final Fantasy X?
Yes,
it's one of my favorites. I love 10. I think 10 is fantastic.
I'm not normally an anime guy, so I kind of skipped out on the others, but Lulu, 16-year-old me, was all about it.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I just need to